Hey guys, Nick Halden here, aka DVD Collector 96, and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so welcome to vlog number 2 of my rewatch series of the Friends Christmas episode. On the first vlog, we got to see together the New Year's Eve episode from season 1, but on today's video, we're going to be actually watching the very first Christmas episodes that we got through the run of Friends. And as I showed you also on the first video, I have the list right here. So today we're going to be enjoying Friends Season 2 Episode 9 called The One with Phoebe's Dad. As I told you from the actual book that the 4K disc had, they don't specify to you where the episodes are located, which disc they are located. They only have like the number of the episode, like total to the show, and the episode title, no description or anything. Luckily for me, I never got rid of my Blu-ray set, and the Blu-ray set does have the beautiful book with pictures, descriptions, and everything that I love as a fan of the show. So the first episode that I watched, which was season 1 episode 10 if I'm not mistaken, I loved it. And as I told you on the first vlog as well, this is the first time that I'm actually getting to see a complete episode on 4K before I do the rewatch. So let's look for season 2 of Friends. Okay, season 2, and we're looking for episode 9. And I'm just realizing that on the book from the Blu-ray, they don't specify the number of the episode on the season either. For example, here we get to episode 24 from season 1, and then it jumps to season 2, episode 25, 26, and so on. So I'm looking for the one with Phoebe's dad. Let's see. Okay, it's here. It's episode 33 of the show, but it's episode 9 of season 2. So the one with Phoebe's dad, written by Jeffrey Astrof and Mike Sikowitz, directed by Kevin S. Bright, and the original air date was December 14 from 1995. So they were airing these episodes on December before they take a little break. The next episode aired on January 4, 1996, the year that I was born. So what the episode is about. Phoebe learns the surprising truth about her father. Ross makes Monica's Christmas party guest miserable, and Rachel gets her revenge on Ross. I kind of remember that on season 2, Ross and Rachel were kind of like starting today. I don't know if but this time they were starting today, because I remember Ross has the Chinese lady at the beginning of season 2. I don't remember her name though. So it's fun because I already I have seen the episodes, of course, but I don't remember the episodes by heart and be like, oh, this is what happened here, unless it's an epic moment on the show. And usually for Friends, Thanksgiving's episodes were way stronger than Christmas episodes, or at least that's what I remember. So what I'm going to do is, like, I have my box set here. I need to find the first 4K disc, I'm sure, from season 2, which is on the first case. And I will play it, I will watch it, and then I will come back and give you guys my review. But this video, we're watching 2 episodes. Then we're jumping to season 3, but let's start by this one. So let me play it in a second, and after I'm done, I will be back here with my review. Okay guys, so one more time I had to mute the menu because it's playing the song from the intro. And I just went to episodes, and I'm looking for episode 9 from season 2, the one with Phoebe's dad. Even though the book has the total number of episodes per the show, on the menus for each disc you do have the number of episodes. So again, episode 9 from season 2, and this will be the official first Christmas episodes from the Friends run all the way to season 9, because again season 10 do not have a Christmas episode, and the one on season 1 that I put on the first vlog is not considered a Christmas episode. It's based on a New Year's sign up description basically. So let me play it, let me see how good it looks on 4K, and I will give you guys my thought at the end.
Hey, Okay, fine, buddy. I was next. Mr. Traeger.
Hey, you said there was a party.
Wow, what a fun and amazing episode. And you guys are going to be hearing me say this a lot because every single time that I tune in back into Friends, it doesn't matter how much time has passed, I remember why I love the show so much. And I love Christmas. Christmas season is my favorite season of the whole year, and I love how it's lived through the US. And for the first Christmas episodes, it's an amazing episode. So what this episode is about? So the group of friends, it's kind of like talking because the holidays are close. We're close to Christmas Eve and then of course Christmas Day. So there is this kind of a tension between Ross and Rachel, and I cannot remember, and I think I do. I think at some point the guy tell Ross to grab what he sees wrong with Rachel. So she kind of gets the list, and he's kind of like trying to leave that behind, but she's still mad at him. So he comes to the cafe with basically a little bit of Christmas gift, and he takes out a picture of a guy, like, you know, when you buy like oh my god, I don't know the name of that, the marks where you put the pictures. So Phoebe goes all like, oh my god, that's my dad, and they're like, no, that's just the guy that comes in the picture. So that's what gets us into the main events of the episodes outside of the Christmas plot. At the beginning, kind of like the scene that the intro of the episode, it's the guys asking Monica how much money they're going to be giving away, and she's like, no, this year I'm only going to be giving away cookies because I feel like they're more special, they're homemade. And the guys are just like, okay, so $25 is fine. So it's funny how that joke plays because she gives cookies to the mail guy, the delivery guy, the tenter from the building, and the guy that gives them the newspaper, and the guy that gives them the newspaper put on the crossword like, bite me, bite me, bite me. There's so many adult shows that I just love, and watching it now, being an adult guy and living in the US, it's a complete different experience. And watching it in 4K, it feels really like the show was recorded yesterday. So Monica is planning a Christmas Eve party on her house, and she's kind of baking cookies, and she asks Ross to put the heater down. Ross breaks them down, and basically the apartment becomes a sauna. At this point, he asks Rachel to please just tell me what's wrong with me. She tells him a complete list, and one of the things that you tell him is like, you push too much gel in your hair. So when the party does come and everybody is sweating, they're basically saying that they're having a tropical Christmas party. So everybody's taking like suits and things, and that's the scene that I recorded to you when Monica kind of goes to the fridge and gets to cool down. He's asking the whole party like, oh, I just put what the bottle says, blah blah blah. He's obsessed with what Rachel told him. Now in the other set of events, Phoebe goes to her grandma and ask her like, hey, you have never lied to me. You have to love the character of Phoebe. You have never lied to me. I actually need to know if this is my real dad. She's like, no, your mom never let me tell you the truth, and since she killed herself, it's difficult now to argue with her. Not impossible, but difficult. So it's definitely Phoebe's grandma. So she gave her the address and the cap, and she takes Joey and Chandler with them. One thing that is going to be important for the end of the episode is that Joey and Chandler hasn't buy any of Christmas gift, so they're kind of planning for the visit with Phoebe that's to be short, and to be able to go to stores to be able to basically do Christmas shopping. Of course, Phoebe is a mess driving a cab. She have like a sheet basically with like, what do you need to do to turn left and right, and the Christmas party, of course, it's a mess because everybody is hot, and then the tender comes in. Ross personally believes that the tender doesn't want to fix the knob like until next Tuesday because he didn't get a tip from Monica and Rachel. He just got cookies, and he first gave him a $50 bill. So he's like, no, there is nothing I can do until next Tuesday. And the girls kind of push Ross and be like, hey, he's playing hard, blah, blah, blah. So he gives in another 50 and he's like, hey, happy Hanukkah. And then the guy's like, I can't do anything until Tuesday. Am I not saying it correctly? And there is also a point like when they step under the mistletoe and he's in front of Rachel and he's like, oh, this is a mistletoe. And she's like, nope, that's a basil. And he's like, oh, because I was going to kiss you if it was a mistletoe. And she's like, nope, definitely a basil. But anyways, eventually the party gets over, and that's the time that the guys show up with Phoebe. It's so hard to watch Friends these days and Chandler is gone because it's the comedic aspect of Friends. And the duo that he makes with Joey, that's one of my favorite things about the whole show. So they come back and they're basically doing the Christmas gift, how do you call it? They're exchanging gift basically. Since they couldn't go to the mall, they just have a big box of things that they buy at the gas station. They gave Ross 2 cans of soda. They gave Rachel like a windshield. They gave Phoebe like toilet seats. But the funniest joke in the episode is basically that Joey comes to the house and he's like, being Joey, oh, it's really hot in here. Can I turn the heat down? And they're like, of course, that's the solution to all. So he goes to the heater and he's like, oh, if you don't mind, the top was off, so I just did it from the bottom. And everybody's like shocked, like looking at him. And it's an amazing Christmas episode. One of the things that I love is like, this is the second time that we see the Friends putting the Christmas tree. At the very beginning of the show, you know that Monica is obsessive, but they developed her to be more obsessive while the show goes on. Because she wasn't even putting the tree, it was basically Rachel and Ross, and that's when the whole situation happens. The name of the episode is just because Phoebe goes to his dad's house. She's not able to go through the door, and she tells a group of friends that she's okay knowing that he exists and he's there, but she's not ready to actually get to know him. So an amazing episode. This is a sitcom, so they last for around 22 minutes, and again the 4K quality, it's amazing, loved it. But now it's time to enjoy the second Christmas episode of the vlog. So it's time to jump to season 3, which means that we're done with the first case. We need to take out the second case right here. Let me keep, you know, something that I can do. Let me take, because I don't want to be damaged the box, because the rest it will fall on them, and the box is kind of delicate. It's not that hard, but we're looking now for season 3. So this is the case, and of course all the episodes are the mid-season finale of the show, and they should be, all of them should be on the 4K disc number 1. So we're looking for season 3 episode 10, which is called The One Where Rachel Quits. I cannot remember when Rachel quits, because again, these are rewatching. I have seen Friends a million times, like only from beginning to end once, but with my best friend I will binge like random episodes, and I kind of have memories of certain episodes, and that was the time where Friends was on Netflix. I also want to watch the complete show on the DVD box set, but for sure I definitely need to give it a watch on the 4K set first, because the DVD set has the extended episodes. This has the regular broadcasted episodes. So I have my Blu-ray book right here. Let me go ahead, and I'm looking for the one with Rachel quits. Okay, so season 3 episode 10, but overall on the show episode 58, The One Where Rachel Quits. Written by Michael Corris and Gregory S. Malins, directed by Terry Hawks, original air date December 12, 1996. Hey, I was born at that time already. Okay, what this episode is about. After quitting her Central Perk gig, Rachel worries she'll be jobless long term. Joy's job selling Christmas tree upsets Phoebe, who becomes distressed over leftover trees. I know the description seems kind of like it doesn't look like a good episode, but once you get to watch it, there is too many things going on at the same time. And that's one of the main things about the vlog. Like, I want to give you guys the opportunity to actually tell you more into details what the episode's about, not just reading in it. Of course, if you're a fan of Friends, maybe you have this tradition way before I just decided to record a video about it. But again, I love Christmas season and it's so excited for me to be doing this vlog. So let's do exactly the same scene. I'm about to play the disc on the TV. I will record a little second that catch my attention as a great moment of the episode, and I will be back here with you guys to review the final episode for this vlog. So stay tuned. Oh my god, guys, I'm so dumb. Be mindful of the seasons that are a little longer on episodes number. Warner Bros. Did a good job on this, and they didn't put a lot of episodes into just one 4K disc. So I play the first 4K disc for season 3. And the last episode on the first 4K disc was episode 9. So the one that I was looking for was episode 10 from the third season, the one where Rachel quits, and is on 4K disc number 2. That's what I used to love on DVD releases, when they give you a guide what episodes do you have per disc. So I have the episode ready here. Again, I have the TV on mute because the intro does have the melody music from the intro song. So I'm about to play it and let you guys know what do I think and give you my honest review about this episode. One of the things that are on my mind now that I'm doing this is I'm also kind of curious to watch the extended episodes to see which scenes am I missing. But for now, I just wanted to enjoy them on 4K because it's a huge accomplishment for a show these days to be on 4K, and a show so iconic like Friends. It's just amazing to be able to have it on 4K. So let me just play the episode and relax, and see you guys in a second.
Where are the mint treasures?
We're out. I sold them all.
What?
Monica, I'm cutting you off.
Okay guys, so just finished watching the episode, and one of the main things on my channel, I do like honesty, and it was a good episode, and I just have a complaint. The Christmas detail that it has, it wasn't as strong as the previous season. So it is an important episode for Rachel, and it's also a good episode as an adult to watch. But I was more into, like, I wanted the Christmas spirit to be on it. What's going on? So Joyce is an actor on the show, and that always shows that actors do not have work on television to the whole year. So when he finds gigs, he just takes them. And the gig that he's taking on this year is basically selling Christmas tree. Why this is a problem? Well, because Phoebe is against trees being murdered and then being pulled with ball and things like that. She just feels that that is disrespectful. But then Joey makes up a story, and he tells them that that's the goal of trees in life, to become a Christmas tree. And then he's like, for the friends, like, hey, go along please. And Chandler just tell her, like, it's the only way for them to see New York. So of course she goes to where he's working, and she finds out that the oldest trees get into a shop where they get destroyed. And we have that great moment of Phoebe, that when the tree is getting destroyed, she's just like crying and hugging Joey. So the next time, and Joey did tell her that he works on commissions, she shows up with an old Christmas tree and stop Joey from making a sale. So Monica shows up and she's like, hey, I'm here to buy my Christmas tree. And then Phoebe is like, don't worry, I have the one here. So it's an old brown tree, and then Monica is like, I think this is the one that I threw away last year. So Phoebe was all messed up, but then when it goes a little bigger, when it goes a little forward into the episode, when she opens the door, then Monica has the whole house full of basically old trees that they were getting to be chopped. And they did a special thing for their friend. We got robbed because we didn't get to see the friends putting a Christmas tree, like decorated and things like that. All this tree was just empty, and that's kind of like the Christmas theme from the episode. That's the only Christmas theme from the episode. Of course, you do get to see the decors, like on the coffee shop, on things like that, but not a Christmas party, not anything like it. This was the only Christmas related issue. So Rachel is still working at Central Perk and she's dating Ross. What's going on with this is like, I didn't remember Rachel working on Central Perk for so long, but she definitely did. So Gunther goes to her. Of course, he has a crush on her, and he's like, hey, do you remember when you got trained when you first started? And she's like, yes, of course I remember. Do you guys need me to train somebody new? And Gunther is like, no, the owner wants me to retrain you. And then she was all mad and things like that, but she sucks as a waitress. And that's kind of like the funny things on the episode where Gunther is trying to train her. She, of course, is sure that she knows where things go. Gunther has quotes like, hey, I need to teach you which is the regular coffee, which is the calf coffee, things like that. And she's like, oh, can I just look at the handle? I work at Dunkin' Donuts in here. And the brown mugs that you see on cafeterias, just in case you wonder, it's regular coffee. When they're orange, it's decaf coffee. But of course, the bags that you use to brew the coffee are different. But again, inside jokes and things like that. So Joey and Chandler talks to her, and they are like, hey, I'm going all of orders because like there were so many things going on at the same time, and since it's not a Christmas related, I want to go like by details, and this is the main plot that gives the episodes the title. So Chandler and Joey just talk to her. She's miserable. She's like, I don't want to be here forever. I'm pursuing more things in my life. So they go to her and they're like, hey, you only sent resumes like 2 years ago. Which I know the struggle. Sometimes we're comfortable at a position, and even if we hate it, we're just like, we already know the job. I don't know if I'm going to find something better. But again, she's 28 on the show. But different years, different times, and this is a sitcom. It's supposed to make you laugh. So she basically asked Chandler why he hasn't quit, and he's like, because of the fear that you feel that you will never find something better. And she just jumps at Gunther. She just quits. So she starts to send resumes. She starts to get depressed because it's about to be her last day, and she only gives a week notice. Like here in Florida, I'm used to hearing 2 weeks notice, but she gives a week notice to Gunther. Gunther, of course, is sad, and when the time comes that she's about to be out of her job, she still hasn't found anything. So in the last minute, they do a resume. She only have the experience as a barista. Chandler helps her with this, and eventually she does get a job. It's funny because on the last day, she's like, hey, this is my last day here. This is my last coffee shop. The whole gang just start like, hey, doing a song, and she handles the coffee to Chandler, and he's like, should I tell her that I ordered tea instead? And they're like, no. There is also an inside joke with Chandler. Chandler is always the comedic point, where when she quits, he's like to Joey, like, do we need to start paying for coffee now? But anyways, she basically finished the speech saying that I'm so glad, and I'm sorry for the people that are still working here. I don't mean it in a bad way, but I'm so glad that I will never have to do a coffee again. And then a black curtain cuts to her new position, and then there is this guy training her how her new boss likes the coffee and how she needs to do it and things like that. It was an amazing pun intended joke there. The third act on the episode is Chandler and Ross are coming back from a little bit of exercise that they were doing, and then there is this little girl selling cookies, like Girl Scout cookies, but like called beer or something. By an accident, Ross makes her fall off the cell, and the little girl breaks her ankle. So you might wondering. He gets to the little girl room. He, at the end of the episode, gets the girl, and the dad is a terrible dad, because I was like, hey, how is this happening? But anyways, Ross does the correct thing, and he finds out that the girl was trying to sell the most cookies because the reward was a trip on space, on like spaceships, things like that. And the last year, the lady bought the winner sold 475 cookies. So we had a great moment with Monica where he's like, he goes back with the cookies, he's trying to sell them. The first building that he goes, the lady inside the apartment is trying to give him a hard time, basically. But then he goes to their friends and he's like, Joey, I'm putting you 5 boxes of this. Chandler wanted coconut cookies, and he's like, the Hanukkah ones had coconut on it, so I'm putting you like 7 boxes. And then he goes to Monica and he's like, oh, I'm putting you mint cookies. So she's like, oh, do you remember how when I was selling them, and that's what got me to be a fat lady, do you remember when I was selling them how Dad bought all the cookies and then I ate them? And then Rose goes and he's like, no, Dad needed to buy all the cookies because you ate them all. So he's like, I will put you down to 5. And she's like, no, I can only have 1 box. Don't do this to me. So she runs away. But then on the apartment, Ross is kind of like having the maths done about how many cookies he has sold. And then Monica is like, hey, where's the mint cookies? And he's like, I'm cutting you off. I sold them all. And she starts like, no, I need more. I need more. And then Ross is like, you have cookies on your neck. And then she runs away crying to the restroom. So eventually he's not capable to sell all of them, but he got a good strategy. He thought that the best way to sell these kind of things was when people had the munchings, and he goes like to a stadium and he's like, the people when they get out at that time call me like, oh, cookie guy. And when he goes to like the end of the competition, he says that he's representing the little girl, but he's not the winner because this other girl sister sold like 2,000 boxes. And since he couldn't get the reward to the lady, which had a terrible dad, he basically makes kind of like a spaceship theme on the guy's apartment. He takes a girl there. They were started to play like, oh, an asteroid is coming. And then Chandler like, oh, I'm an alien. So it was a good episode. It's not that it wasn't bad, but again, I want Christmas vibe, I want Christmas episodes, and I want more like Christmas detail into a Christmas special episode. But again, it was a good one. I'm counting season 1 as a Christmas episode. This is the 3rd one that I have seen, and so far the one that I have liked the most was the one on season 2. It was the one that I loved the most, and these are the 2 episodes that I decided to watch on this 2nd vlog. On the 3rd vlog, we will watch the specials from season 4 and season 5. So stay tuned from last week for part 3. Remember, this is going to be a 5-part video. But guys, anyways, that'll be all for today's video. Like I always say, I hope you guys are enjoying with this new corner content in the channel. If you are, please let me know in the comments, leave me a like, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can keep this family growing. And see you guys again soon on a new video.